Hi, it's I'm back from TheRubiksCubed, and today I have an unboxing from CANcube.ca. So I want to give a big thank you to Garrett over at CANcube for sending me this package right here. He was nice enough to send a Maple Cube over my way, which is basically CANcube's version of the Pro Shop, where they lube and tension the puzzle and resticker it, etc. I'm particularly excited for this one because it is a GTS3 WR. So I currently have a main of a GTS2 Cubicle Pro Shop. I love this cube very, very much. I could have sworn I had this thing for like almost 2 years, but I just went back to the history of my videos and found the unboxing for this one, and it turns out it hasn't even been a year yet. But I could have sworn I've been using this cube for much, much longer because of how much I love it. But we'll see if this new GTS3 WR gives it a run for its money. So for those of you who are not aware, the WR part of the GTS3 is basically saying without ridges. It is pretty well documented that I'm not a fan of the GTS3 ridges. You can see the video on the top right if you want to learn more about that, my opinions on that. But yeah, not a huge fan. The puzzle itself, I also am not a huge fan of. So maybe it's bias from me just trying it out with the ridges, but even ignoring the ridges for a second, I wasn't a huge fan of the speed and instability of the GTS3. So it would be very interesting to try it without the ridges and see if there's any sort of difference with the puzzle's performance, in my opinion. And we'll see if it can take over the spot that GTS2 currently holds for me. Man, what a fancy box. I've been out of cubing for a little bit just because I've been away at college, but from what I've noticed when I've been background cubing the past week, I went to a competition in Rutherford, New Jersey recently, Meadowlands 2019, and what I saw from the vendor there is that boxes these days are just getting more and more fancy, and I didn't even think they can get more fancy. Look at this. It's got the gold foil like outline of the cube and the gold foil 3.47 second single by Weilong, the world record, of course. Just completely unnecessary. The box is cool, but you know, it gives it a premium feel, but it's just not needed. Yeah, I keep all my boxes anyway, so I guess that's cool. Let's bust into this. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. Like I said, you know, I've been away from cubing for a bit. I haven't been keeping up to date with the hardware and such, but definitely was not expecting this. I guess when you purchase premium puzzles nowadays, there are a lot of trappings that come along with them. So here's the Maple Cube right here. Liking those shades already. Very nice. And then here's to be an adjustment kit of some sort. Accessories box. I mean, when GAN first came out with their 3x3s, their stuff was in a box like this, and that was considered really fancy. And now we got like accessory boxes, like packaged up in gold foil, like cardboard like, this is ridiculous. It's pretty funny, actually. It's impressive and funny at the same time. Let's see, pamphlet. We don't need that. Another pamphlet. Oh, this is just showing that it can be a stand, which is the box even comes with instructions. Who do we got? Okay, this is just a designer. So, and this is yeah, there he is, Antoine. So I don't think I have him yet. Trading cards and cubing are vitally important, so it's good that I got him. Without further ado, let's get into, pardon the pun, let's get into the cube itself. So here's the fancy stand looking thing. Put that aside for now. And I'm not really concerned with the accessory box. So here's a cube. These sticker shades are nice. This seems to be this, my orange is a bit darker, but it's about the same orange. My green preference is much darker just because this light green I can't differentiate with the yellow, so that's why I get the darker green, but it's no biggie. Red is about the same. My red's a bit lighter. Blue, my blue's a bit lighter. Yellow, my yellow, I like this yellow better. This is more fluorescent yellow. Mine's a bit paler. And white is white. So that's white. White is white, and that's all right. Let's see how it turns. So immediately there was some resistance on that first turn. That's just because it was sitting in the box for a while when I was shipping, and the lube sort of set in it. This is a pre-lubed cube. I mean, right away it's giving me the same vibes that my current main gives me. It just seems a bit lighter. The magnets seem a little less clicky than my GTS2. So that's interesting. Yeah, okay, well, one thing I'm getting immediately is while I'm turning, my fingers are going in a little bit like that. So it does have a bit more flex to it than the GTS2 that I currently use. Do a quick comparison. Bit crunchier, clickier, as I mentioned, those magnets are probably heavier. So one thing in the accessory box that I actually like is this right here. I'm a true believer that the future of 3x3s is compressibility, spring compressibility. So if there's one thing that the GTS3 has above the GTS2, it's that it has the ability to adjust the compression of the springs. Let's see if I can get this off. There it is. So you can see there, we got that spring compression system. So you can adjust it to different notches, and it compresses the springs to different levels. And so that adds just another layer of customization. I don't know. What's the correct word for that? You got to customize it more. And it adds another layer of that. So now instead of just tensioning, you can adjust the compression of the springs to give the cube sort of a lighter or heavier feel. And I think that's a real benefit that this cube has over the GTS2. So maybe I'll play around with those and see if there's a specific compression setting that I really enjoy, because that would have to be the reason that I would switch over. Right now, the two cubes just seem basically the same. This one's very well set up, but it just seems to be the same as mine right now. That's a testament probably to how well it's set up, because this is very well broken in. So, and this feeling the same is definitely a good thing. I'll have to do some more solves on it and see if it gets better as I break this one in. But this doesn't have any specific advantage over this other than the compressible springs. So if I see a real benefit when I adjust those, then that's the only reason I would switch over. So that's all I got for this unboxing. A big thank you once again to Garrett for sending me this way. I appreciate him putting in the time to mod this up for me and send it my way. If you are interested in checking out any of CANcubing's maple cubes, the link will be in the description down below, so you can go check that out in their store. I appreciate you sticking with me. Thanks for watching.